明明都说都是这样。
They want everything to be just right. So they will keep doing it until they feel it is just right. But they will never reach the stage where they think it is just right. That's why the rituals become worse and worse. They might be able to reduce the anxiety for the moment, but after that the anxiety will keep coming back because they will be second guessing themselves. Most of the cases it's about cleanliness. Sometimes we have cases of obsessive thoughts about religious practices, order, and so on. OCD actually originally in the DSM-4 was under anxiety disorders. Now it's got a category of its own. Anxiety actually plays a very big role in OCD because it is the anxiety that drives the compulsions. If they cannot complete the compulsions, the anxiety doesn't go away. The symptoms is they have obsessions and compulsions. Obsessions are thoughts, images, and other urges which come into their mind where they feel they need to do it. Related either cleanliness, order, being perfect in certain ways, and so on. These order and cleanliness, they are the most common. When they have these urges coming in, they have to do something to reduce the urge because it makes them very anxious if they don't do something to reduce the urge. And that's where compulsions come in. Compulsions are the rituals that people perform, the actions, the behaviors that people perform to reduce the anxiety. There must be distress. That means where they have this urge to do something, and if you stop them, or something stops them from completing the ritual, the compulsion, they will feel very, very stressed, very anxious. If they do not have that kind of anxiety, if it doesn't cause them anxiety, it doesn't cause them problems in their personal life, family life, education or work, then we do not consider it OCD. Normally for OCD, we will use cognitive behavior therapy together with exposure and response prevention. Is to expose them to all these stressful situations and we teach them ways to reduce the anxiety. So as they learn ways to reduce the anxiety, they become used to it, they become desensitized to the issue. And at the same time, we work on the thoughts because the thoughts are the culprits. Right? The thoughts are the ones which cause us to feel in a particular manner. We can't change our feelings because feelings are very automatic, so we change the way we think so that we can reduce the distress. Let's say, for example, very simple, if you're very worried about cleanliness, so we will find out, we'll first do an assessment to see what are the different areas which bothers them. So, for example, the least thing that bothers them might be washing their hands. So people with OCD, if they start to wash their hands, they find it very difficult to stop because they always feel their hands are not clean enough. So in extreme cases, they rather not wash their hands because when they start, they cannot stop, right? So we check with them to find out how high is the anxiety when the hands are dirty before that. And then we check with them to see whether the anxiety will reduce after they have washed their hands, how long they take to wash their hands, how they wash their hands, and so on. So once we have found that out, so we'll expose them, we'll teach them relaxation techniques. How to calm yourself when you're starting to become very anxious. Most common one is breathing. Slow breathing reduces your anxiety. So once they have learned how to do the deep breathing, we will actually get them to make their hands dirty, for example, and then stay with their anxiety until it reduces. So as they keep doing it, they will actually become habituated to it. So even if the hands are dirty, the anxiety will start to reduce. When it comes to cognition, thinking, what is the reason they feel so distressed about it? Why are they so upset about their hands being dirty? So we work on those thoughts, and sometimes those thoughts could be, if my hands are dirty, I will get sick, and then I might make other people sick, and then I might cause an appetite. It's actually extreme, their belief. Okay, so we have to teach them how to challenge those thoughts which are extreme, or learn how to accept that this is normal, but in some situations we have really no control over it. A lot of people feel that you can just snap out of it if you learn to control your behavior. But people suffering from OCD, they know that it's excessive and they find it very difficult to control their behavior. So that's why family members must understand that the amount of distress, what is driving it, And once they are able to understand it, it becomes easier for them to manage the person with OCD in the family. The other thing is, a lot of people in families where you have someone with OCD, they're very helpful. They want to do things for that person to reduce the anxiety, but in the long run, it's not helpful. They actually become enablers. Family members must stop doing things for the person with OCD. The other thing is stop giving reassurance, because if a person keeps asking for reassurance, somewhere deep inside they do not believe in themselves. And until they start to believe in themselves and their own abilities, they will be able to handle their disorder better.